Good evening, dignitaries, school board representatives, administration, teachers, family, friends, and good evening to my fellow graduates. I'd just like to kick off this little shindig by saying how absolutely honored I am to represent the class of 2010-2011. And thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Gee willikers, this year has gone by fast. I look up to the crowd of my peers and look back to when we were just wee little pimps in grade 9. Our uniform shirts that we were basically swimming in, our awkward apologies when we ran into grade 12s in the hallway. All of us eager and ready to make our mark in the school in any way that we could. I see us now as respectable, independent young adults, ready to make our mark in the world. Let's just take a moment to stroll down memory lane, shall we? First stop, grade 9. The first day of school was terrifying for most of us. I was lucky enough to have an older brother to ignore me in my hour of need. Others frantically trying to find their name on the list and would sit outside the main office. I can remember the sheer panic racing through me when I couldn't find my phone in class, and when I did, I prayed I had some grade school friends to cling to for support. But, as time progressed, we started to find our niche in the school community, whether it's in our favorite sport, our drama program, our student council, our music program, or whether you chose to dive right into academics. As we got into the rhythm of our daily lives at Brennan, we got to experience the joys of Caritas Spirit for the first time, starting with grade 9 day, and Miss Mosley's inspirational speeches about being a cardinal and embracing the Caritas motto really means. I can remember our first semi-formal, and us awkwardly slow dancing to Big Girls Don't Cry. I try to forget that though. Let's not forget about our very first Sackler Cup game. The seniors dressed up like crazy barbarians wielding vuvuzelas, and screaming chants I can't exactly replicate under these circumstances, but I'm sure the acronym will never leave your mind. You guys know what I mean. After all of it was done, we would post the pictures on MySpace when it was still cool. Next up in the Nostalgia Express is grade 10. This is the year we finally got to shook the rep of minor niner and got to join in the fun on commenting how lost and confused the new crop of grade 9s looked. Side note, it's still fun. Grade 10 is when we sort of knew the kind of people we wanted to be associated with and more or less stuck to that group of people. We got to broaden our academic horizons by taking new classes such as careers in civics and history. Who could forget their first time hearing Miss D'Angelo calling some historical figure a scum-sucking pig? Let's not forget about the literacy test. What a horrid little demon that turned out to be. We repeated for months and months, all for one test that determines whether or not we can graduate high school or not. No pressure, right? But we're all here tonight, so I guess it wasn't so bad. Moving on to grade 11, the year of opportunity. We were finally able to take more than 2 electives. How exciting! We now have the whole school open to us. Chem, bio, law, photography, co-op, and anthro. Even though Mr. King hates saying anthro, it's anthropology, sociology, psychology. Somehow we're just looking all up as our relation. Some of us are taking chem to hear the daily jokes of Dr. Gonzalez. Some of us taking law to learn from the many videos of Mr. Innocent's class. Some of us taking bio just to dissect the pig. And those who took music just loved to be there. We had so many choices and so little time to decide. After all, university was just around the corner. Grade 12 seemed to come all too swiftly. We finally got to strut our senior swag down the hallways, and the tradition of being loud and obnoxious grade 12s very much alive. Many of us were in a state of emergency when we realized we had to apply for university and not a single clue of what we had to do with the rest of our lives. Some of us decided to go to university, others to college, and some of us going into the world of work. This year was so amazing, wasn't it? We all came together as a class. For our final year, especially on prom night. It was so awesome for our grade to come together and have an entire conversation with people who never even said hello to outside of class. We've been at Brennan for so long that we've been able to observe and make note of many of the staff's habit. For example, Mr. Nzeni puts his ring finger on his lip on his right side when he's telling us good news. Yeah, got a guest speaker coming in today. Yeah. These are wrong dates. And when he has bad news, he puts his middle finger on the right side of his lip. Ah, sorry guys, gotta take notes today. Yeah. Mr. Kristoff pushes up his glasses every 13.2 seconds. Not to mention Mrs. Corrin's famous hand gestures. To kill a mockingbird! And last but not least, Miss Minigini's famous Spanish accent when she gets excited. Yes, the staff has been entertaining, to say the least. I find it extraordinarily difficult to sum up our high school career in a matter of paragraphs. How can you summarize the experience of a lifetime, filled with endless hours weeping 1,000 sapphire tears over ISUs? The countless scandals that caused more drama than Ronnie and Sandy on an episode of Jersey Shore. The feeling of pride when he crushed St. Joe's and Zachary Cup without mercy. And the feeling of home when we walk through these sacred halls. It can't be done. Not by the cutest and most charming valedictorians. All we can do is glance behind us and see all that we have done, and mourn the times that have passed in the near memory. We can look now to the future with triumph and smile. Our whole high school careers have led up to these last moments we have together. We're ready for what life has in store for us. Celebrate those times. I look into the faces of my peers and I see a group of talented, intelligent, and mature adults, and I'm so humbled and honored to be counted as one of them. No matter where we go or what we do, we will always remember our experiences here at Brennan and cherish all the memories we've had together. We are the next generation of the world, and we hold the future in our hands. I am confident that all of us will make an impact on the world in our own way. In the words of Gandalf the Grey, all we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us. And no matter the obstacles that stand in your way, you will conquer them. We will always look back in our lives and remember that we were Brennan Cardinals, and nothing can take that away from us. We are the graduating class of 2011, and as Rachel Joy Scott once said, we will not be labeled as average. We have the potential to do great things and to be great people. And I know with all my heart and soul that we can achieve our dreams. All we have to do is reach and grasp with our hands. We are the graduating class of 2011, and the world is ours for the taking. Congratulations to each and every one.